Oh, Judy. Second one in. Hello. Hi, guys. I have a feeling this is going to be a super packed event. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Lisa. How's everyone doing? Anyone out there who saw us in New York City last weekend? That was really... Hey, Amanda. Hello, Hot Mama. Yeah. Anyone come see us in New York City? I feel like I met 1,000 people and a lot of young people, which was really awesome. Like this show called the Jewelry and Object Show in New York City is a pretty new event. There's a lot of kind of stuffy old trade shows in New York. They used to be at the Javits Center. Really insidery kind of deals where you have to be a total pro to get in and know the jargon and the lingo and know everyone. This is getting a little bit more available to everyone. So this one, there were a lot more non-professional jewelry people there than there were professionals. So there were a lot of enthusiasts, a lot of students. I think there were big groups of like FIT and Parsons fashion kids who were given free passes to come and check out the scene. You know, that's one of the great things about going to fashion school in New York City. You get to see things like that. It was not just to the trade, not at all. It was for everyone. Bloggers, influencers, whatever. Nobody, you don't have to be in the business at all. You can buy a ticket and get in. And I get unlimited free passes. So we're gonna do it again in November. Veronica's gonna come out, Lindsay's gonna come out, and we are gonna give away tickets, like, you know, just chucking them out to anyone who asks. So come see us. Oh, hey, Regina. Who else is here? Kim. Yeah, I like to wait until there's 100 people in the room and then we move it. But while we're waiting, let me tell you about something I bought at the jewelry show. This cut steel tarantula sitting on my shoulder. It's a cut steel tarantula. I mean, it's a pin. It's little. It's pretty lifelike. In the LED light, it looks like whatever, but in darkness, it's very, very sparkly. Oh, hi, Stephanie. Hi, Amy. I love the diehard EW fans. Anyone who was at the New York show witness the like reunions that kept happening between me and my old like employees, the old Erica Weiner team members. The store manager was there, our old photographer was there. It was like a This Is Your Life, a who's who of people who've worked at Erica Weiner Jewelry. Oh, hey, Kim. Okay, we're at 90 people. What else did I get at the show? I got this manicure. My 3-year-old approves. I got this necklace, which doesn't belong to me. I'm gonna try to sell it to one of you tonight, but if it doesn't sell, it will belong to me. A turquoise Georgian riviere with rose-cut diamonds. Yeah, these don't exist out there. And I'm asking $7,500 for it, which might seem like a lot, but actually, like I just said to Veronica, wait 5 years, wait 10 years, and see how much it's worth then. I think you'll be happy with how that goes. Should we talk about the rules? Lisa, thank you. Oh, hey, Danielle. Taryn. Guys, wow, what a crew. One amazing thing about this Instagram Live is that my 6-year-old son, has taken an interest in watching them. He asks if he can watch the mommy show because I can't tell if it's just because he likes watching a screen, which he doesn't get to do that much, or if he truly likes to see what I'm saying and likes to see me in my element. but he's watched every one of the Instagram lives that I've actually kept on Instagram. And then he talks about like, oh, that one, I want one of those. Can you find me one of those? I'm like, do we have a little baby collector here? I know. Yeah, it is adorable. And my 3-year-old daughter is very much into accessories, but she doesn't like get history yet. I don't think she has a concept of like time yet, but she does understand the importance of like an accessory, a sunglass, a pair of sunglasses, a purse, a stick-on earring from Claire's. Oh yeah, Lisa, thank you for reminding me. I'm going to try to not say the F word at all. And also try to stop touching my hair. That has nothing to do with him. Just when I watch back, I'm like, stop touching your dang hair. So, okay, we're at 102 people. Yeah, I would also like, Ghost Pony says, I would also love to not have a concept of time any longer. I hear you. Time is moving in a kind of like weird way. Okay, the rules, which I probably should repeat often because people don't know, is I have my retail manager, Veronica, the gorgeous Veronica, moderating this. She goes by Rhinestone Cowgirl, and if you see something, if you see me talking about a piece of jewelry that you would like to own, you're gonna tell her, or all you're gonna do is you're gonna type in the chat that you want an invoice for that thing. So you would say like, invoice cut steel spider, and she will DM you a link. You're gonna have to go to your DMs, follow that link, and use your credit card to check out. You can also use Shop Pay to set up a pay over time situation. And that's it. If I know you might have to exit the live show to check your DMs, so you might want to have like your burner phone nearby or your laptop, or just go out for a second, check out, and come back in. And that's it. You got to pay the invoice to get the thing. Most of you seem to know this. And the nice thing is, when someone asks in the chat, how do I buy something? It's really nice because someone jumps in and explains it, which would be lovely if someone just took the initiative and did that, because I'm so into talking about whatever freaking thing I've scored recently that it's hard to like switch gears and talk about logistics. Also, you are going to get your piece in a pretty like modest looking package, brown recycled padded mailer. Sometimes I use recycled Amazon packaging to send things to you, which gives me happiness beyond what I can even describe to you to reuse that packaging. And that's just to save money on my end and your end. Oh, hey, Michelle. Let's see what else. Yeah, minimal kind of packaging, no returns, please. You know, I know you got to make a quick decision about what to buy here, but if you feel like you can't afford it, or you don't really like it, or you have questions, just don't buy it. Because like a return, a percentage of things being returned is just like not built into the budget that I've made to keep these things cheap and fast and easy. Make sense? No returns, final sale. Let me see. Of course, if something is like arrives broken or is like grossly wrong or different than I say it was, or if I'm wrong about something, please reach out. Like the last show, I sold this opal mushroom charm. Do you remember? A lot of people wanted it, and the person who bought it was an opal specialist and a collector. And she emailed me and she's like, I'm so sorry. I know this is no returns, but this is opalite and not opal. Opalite is like a synthetic opal, like a faux opal. And I was like, oh, I am definitely not a gemstone person. Please send it back. And I'm sorry. And thank you for teaching me. What are you seeing that lets you know that it's opalite and not opal. So then I can use that information. And it was very, positive on both sides. We'll take care of all that stuff. I'm only human, okay? The shipping is a $20 flat fee. That's UPS. Age on the turquoise, someone's asking. Probably 1820. It's rose gold, like 12 karat 15. I tested it. It's a rosy yellowish gold, and it's testing at like 12 to 15 karat, closer to 15 karat. But, alloys were a little different back then, but yeah, 1820s, I'd say, maybe even earlier, 1810. UPS shipping, I'm charging you guys $20. If you buy more than one thing, oh yeah, Alicia. Yes. Okay, she says, I am the opal lady, LOL. Can confirm the exchange was lovely on both sides, and I'm here to buy more stuff. Okay? I'm not here to mess with you. Just, if you're not going to keep, just let's just say final sale as a general rule. Shall we start? Okay. I have 45 pieces. I usually like to keep this 2 hours long, so let's do it. Number one, $1,250. It's a carnelian carved shell perfume pendant, okay? Someone engraved a monogram on the top. It says EIP or ELP. I'll turn this around so you can see it better. Can you see it? Let's see. Just like a sort of, actually the top has a sort of deco looking monogram, but I know for a fact this is not deco. Hand carved carnelian and 15 karat gold. Actually 10 karat gold. And there is a channel inside for you to put perfume, okay? Not a ton of perfume, but enough. Someone drilled a little hole. And this looks kind of wiggly and loose, but it's actually not. It's on there pretty good. And you hang that from your charm setup. 1,250. English, I would say, solid Victoriana, 1880. Wait, let me see. My DMs stop moving. Or my comments. Okay, another thing I'm going to tell you about this Instagram live event today. Usually I do 45 pieces and they're all on the cheap and cheerful side. This time we have more not so cheap and extremely fantastic. They're still cheaper than they would be if we put them on our website, but everything's not $500 or less. We just got back from a huge show. I bought a ton of stuff and we've been having a great sales year thanks to this Instagram live situation. So I really invested in good stuff. Carnelian perfume pendant. Here's how it would look on. 1,250. If you want it, say carnelian perfume pendant invoice, please. Another interesting thing that happened at this show is there were a lot of international dealers there. This was the day after the tariff hoo-ha was coming out, and people were really freaked out. They hadn't had to pay tariffs to import their jewelry to the show, but they were afraid that they might have to in the future. So a lot of the dealers left jewelry with me. They were like, listen, I can't pay to import this again. We'll be back in November. Can you take this stuff and sell it for me? Some of them did that, and I was like, okay, I'll see what I can do. So I have a bunch of things some of these things are on loan from other dealers, which is interesting because I can sell them to you without much markup at all. Without taking a risk on buying these things and owning them and having to make my margins on them. I'm kind of okay, I might make $100 on this. But I can sell something, I can put something in the lineup that's mind-blowing. It's I want people to come back and watch the show. Okay, next thing on the list is Edwardian ruby and diamond earrings. These are called dormeuse, okay? They're not supposed to be clovers exactly. Each one has 2 diamonds. This one's $1,450. To claim them, you can say invoice ruby and diamond earrings, or invoice please. And then Veronica will DM you a link that you can follow to put your credit card in and pay. We use our Shopify checkout system, and it's safe, it's secure, it's easy. You can use Shop Pay if you want. So ask me for an invoice if you need one. Let me tell you about these guys. They are made around 1900. 15 karat gold. They are continental, as they say. I think they were made, probably not France, because I'm not seeing a French hallmark, but somewhere else, like Italy, Germany, turn of the last century, pre-World War I. And they are not back to front, but front to back. And they're meant to be kind of parked in your ear, set it and forget it. Very comfortable. You're not going to feel these. You can leave them in for a year if you want. They're about 1/2 inch long. They're 8 grams. I weighed them, even though that doesn't matter to lots of people. We got little old cut diamonds, let's say they were old euros, the diamonds, and the little rubies too. I would say there is a clover motif there. So we're going with luck, fortune for the sentiment. 1,450. Good European 19th century craftsmanship. Oh, here's one. If something doesn't sell, I'll go back and talk about it again. But, people are always talking about pool of light jewelry. Let me see if I can show you this. It's a rock crystal orb. This guy is $1,050 is what I'm asking. It's in 14 karat gold. This one's probably early deco, 1920 or so. It's a pendant. And it basically takes light from whatever source is next to it and magnifies and transforms it. Man, if I've got light coming from every angle, how am I going to show it to you? Do you see how there's almost a crescent coming out of the bottom and looking like it's projected on that piece of paper? That's why it's called a pool of light. If there wasn't light coming from multiple ring lights on my desk, you would see it as a full circle. Yeah, and not a crescent like that. Although the crescent is a pretty good move too.
I think it's sold.
Okay, cool. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right,
sold.
someone sold that. Someone bought that, which is, it is rare to see one in gold. They're often in silver, and are a great thing. This guy is $575. It's a locket that, okay, can you see what it says on it? It's not a monogram. It says AEI. So AEI is not somebody's initials. It is something that was really common on lockets and jewelry from the Victorian period. $575 again. And this is not silver or gold. It's just two-toned metal, just the costume jewelry of 1890. Okay, so AEI, some jewelers say it stands for amity, eternity, and infinity, but it's actually not. That was something that, it's not a misnomer. Oh, it's a backronym. A backronym is a real word. It's a nice sounding reinterpretation, but not the actual origin of the term. The actual origin of AEI is not an acronym. It's a Greek word, which I cannot pronounce to you, but it stands for always or forever. And the use of Greek in the 19th century added a kind of like classical, intellectual refinement and a sentimental sort of tone. It gave this message a kind of like timelessness and refinement. You know, the Victorians were fascinated with ancient cultures and allegorical meaning. So, man, something from ancient Greece, ancient Greek language. Of course, they were obsessed with it. AEI. Ancient Greek vibes, but 1880s craftsmanship. And it doesn't really matter that it's not gold or silver because the craftsmanship is just freaking awesome. And it's got a good tight closure. All the frames and glass are still there. And it's got this like bluish green silk. No one's ever put a photo in there. Yeah, AEI, that's what it is. The original silk is in there and it's freaking awesome. $535. And a cooler locket than you'll find anyone making it new. Okay, so AEI metal locket. Oh wait, sorry, I'm skipping around because sorry, Veronica, are you following me?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't skip around anymore. I've got an actual order to this and Veronica is like pretty patient with me. Oh, next one is something I'm wearing. See this? It's a Turkish pre-World War I. So this would have been not called Turkish, but Ottoman. This is when Turkey was like part of the Ottoman Empire. I'm learning about Turkish Victorian era jewelry these days. $2,100, by the way. And it is size, what size is it? I didn't write that down. Let's check it out. Size 6, resizable. It doesn't have hallmarks inside. It looks like it was sized a long time ago and the hallmarks were sized out, sadly, but the style is unmistakably Turkish. Those like dark rose cuts, the raspberry colored rubies, and the back having that sort of grid with the eye shape. It's just in the Ottoman style, probably for the English market. It is, 6 square cup rubies, 32 rose cuts, 14 karat is how it's testing. It's probably a little higher than that, 15 karat. And it's set in silver. The stones are all set in silver, but the band is 14 karat gold. Yeah, it is fierce. It's dank. And those square cuts are just really nice. Let me see. Are you getting the full glamour? It doesn't look like any of these stones are replacements that I can see. And those rose cuts you will never get sick of looking at them. I'm telling you. All right, someone just bought that. So I'm putting it aside. Next one is, oh God. This is a piece that I've had for maybe a year, but we had to find someone to repair it. And we finally found someone. What's her name? Wild Carrot Hair Work is what she goes by on Instagram.
Amazing.
She's amazing. She does.
Brenda.
Her name's Brenda. She lives in Portland, it turns out, and does incredible repair work that nobody else wants to do. When we get a piece that is broken and complex to repair, Brenda from Wild Carrot Hair Work will be like, okay. So she restrung this bog oak bracelet for us. Somehow she got this gorgeous old looking black silk and she kept it completely tight, made it look better than it ever did. I bought it was in rough shape. So bog oak, $840. Okay, someone bought it already, but let me tell you, it's $845. But this is an early bog oak piece. Bog oak is literally oak that's fossilized in a peat bog usually in Ireland, sometimes in Wales, for hundreds or thousands of years, turns into this black, shiny, jet-like material. And it was used in either Welsh or Irish souvenir jewelry. But this one doesn't have any Irish like harps or shamrocks or anything. It's just an early, beautifully carved piece, and someone bought it. Great integrated clasp. Well done. Okay, 571 AEI, just did it. Nope, that's wrong. Okay, we're on, what number are we on? The bog oak. Yeah. Okay, put 2 bog oak pieces together for you. Because you know I have more than one bog oak piece of jewelry. Although how many even exist in this world, I don't know. But if it's out there, I'm going to get it. Christine, you're asking, has this perfume holder been sold? It apparently has not. The price is $1,250. It's not amber. It's carnelian or some kind of orange. Well, yeah, it's carnelian. 10 carat. Yeah, 1880. And yeah, it holds liquid inside. Okay, so let me tell you about this cute bog oak charm in the shape of a horse's hoof. Not a horseshoe, but a horse's hoof, like fully intact, with a silver colored horseshoe applied. Sorry guys, my phone is struggling to focus, but there it is. People who've been following me for a while, you can probably tell there's an image in here. This is a micro image called Stanhope. Hold on, let me make sure we're looking on the right side here. Okay, invoice please. She wants the invoice. It's $625. This piece is probably from the 70s. When I actually, oh, there we go. Can you see? You look in that little lens, and this would have been like a miracle of technology in 1870. A microscopic image without a microscope was pretty great. And this one in particular says, a view of Killarney, or a memory of Killarney in Ireland. This would have been something sold to tourists at a tourist trap in Killarney in Ireland. It has views of, let's see, Dunlow and Ross Castle, Brecon Bridge, Muckross Abbey. The weird thing, oh, someone bought it. But the weirdest thing is, when you look into this little lens, it says tiny, tiny in the bottom, made in France. I guess the lenses were made in France. And like the Irish people would order them from France and give them an image. I have no idea how this would have worked, but fascinating to think about. How would you even communicate that you needed to order these in 1870. Anyway, that's got a new owner. These were getting really... Wait, do I have the right price for this? These acorn earrings? What do I have for the price on these?
$690.
$690.
Yeah.
That seems cheap, but
That does.
that's what I did, I guess. They are not gold, they're metal. We know at this point that acorns symbolize possibility. You know, it's the seed of an oak tree, one of the strongest, biggest, long-lived trees we've got. And there's a lot of potential in these little guys. The Victorians understood this symbolism. The Georgians loved it. And they made all kinds of jewelry in various levels of abstraction. $690. The wires are not gold, but you can replace them locally so easily. They're just, you know, I could even help you like buy these online. I could walk you right through it. Yeah, but if anyone has a metal allergy, is super sensitive to metal that's not gold, these are probably probably not for you, although, yeah, changing out those hooks is pretty easy and pretty cheap. $690, 1880s Victorian acorn earrings. They're hollow. Show you the details on the acorn caps. These seem to have been machine made. The 1880s was, the Industrial Revolution was like it was industrial revolutioning in. So jewelry was made by machine a lot at that time, or at least partially by machine. But I'll move on to the next one. This little agate heart is pre-industrial revolution. I would say I have the date 1840 on it, but I think could be a little earlier, 1830, 1820 maybe. $625. You can see the hand carving at the top, and it's on this wonderful little Georgian split ring, which I have 2 of them for sale tonight, and they cost almost as much as this whole piece. So yeah, you can see someone really wore it. It's got tiny little chips, just as you'd expect from being on someone's watch fob for a long time or on someone's chatelaine. And the agate would have been Scottish or Irish or Welsh or English. Yeah, it's so sweet. And it's a little bit translucent. Can you see? I'll show you how ugly my lights are, but you know what? Jewelry at 8 p.m. needs a lot of light shining on it. Okay, someone's gonna buy that. Oh man, can we move into colonial India? Let me see. Almost Fine Butter is saying, hi, have you done the seashell? Are you talking about the seashell locket? I have not done it yet. Right now we are on a $450 British Raj elephant hair bracelet. This bracelet is made of a single piece of an elephant's tail hair. Okay, no elephants died to make this bracelet. It would have been a souvenir of some rich colonial British person's safari somewhere in India. Well, the British were ruling India. Yeah, Lisa, I thought you might like that one. If you ever do see like elephant hair jewelry, it's usually not this simple. There's usually a lot of hoo-ha. There's a lot of hoo-ha going on around it. I like the simplicity. I like the simple clasp, which probably was made in India by Indian craftsmen. Sold. Okay. Yeah, I saw this and I was so excited to find it. It's so wearable. Speaking of the Raj, these guys are notorious. Does anyone know what this is? Anyone? I'm asking $550. It's a tiger claw from the British Raj, 1870, maybe 1860, in 9-carat rose gold. They are a thing. And unlike the elephant hair jewelry, an animal was harmed in the making of this. Deeply harmed. Definitely killed. Safaris were no joke in British owned or British colonized India back then. And yeah, $550. It's about an inch long. These are, I want to say they're rare, but sadly they are not. They are common enough that I've seen at least a dozen of them over the years. Someone bought it. It does have a nice safety tip though. Pretty cool. Claw, sold. Let me see. Agate heart, earrings. What are we on? 72? 572. I have these numbers that I'm keeping the biggest Google Doc of all time. And Q stands for QVC because when I first started doing this show, I called it the Weiner QVC show or some shit like that. So, sorry. Dollar in the square jar. So the first number is Q to know that, okay, QVC show. But I've sold 572 pieces of jewelry on this live platform. Crazy. Anyway, Blue John bean, $600. Blue John, can you see? It's lucky beans were a thing in England in the 19th century, but Blue John was also a very specific, other than jet, which is a native English material, Blue John is only found in one place in Derbyshire in England. It's like found on one hill. It's purple and like very included with imperfections. Let's see. It's sort of transparent. It can be yellow. It was discovered in the 1830s, I want to say, and no one quite knew what to do with it. So people were making like bowls and urns and stuff. Let's see. Sorry about the focusing. I really am trying. I'm trying to do that trick that you do with the makeup influencers do it, but I think you can see what I'm putting down, right? Blue John, Derbyshire, $600. It doesn't even have silver, or it doesn't even have gold or precious materials. It's just colored stone. And this would have been on someone's watch fob. It's like a worry kind of talisman. It's hand carved. There's a nice little twist to it. It's organic looking, just like a real bean is. Not perfect, not symmetrical, and very comforting to hold. Let's see. Blue John. Not like I would wear it on this turquoise necklace, but I'm going to move on. Who would have thought I would be really into these like Art Deco eternity rings, but here we are. You know, having grown up in and around New York, Deco was an easy first design love, you know? So I feel like these Deco synthetic sapphire eternity rings, of which I have 3, but this is the one for sale tonight, $750. It's 14 karat gold, made around 1925. And there's about 40, actually I stopped counting at 40 sapphires. They go all the way around, looks like they're all the originals. And sapphires in the 1920s and 30s that look like this are 99.9% of the time synthetic. This is a word that totally, it's white gold. It's 14 karat white gold, not platinum. Synthetic gems are something now that have sort of a bad reputation as being like fake or knockoff or not real. But in the 1920s and 30s, this was like a hot commodity, hot stuff. Oh, the size is, thanks for asking, 6.5. And it's not resizable. So you've got to be able to wear 6.5. Luckily, that's like pretty common size. So do you see how each one is square and has only a few facets? This was a perfect way of showcasing synthetic sapphires. Back then, they were able to make sapphires really blue, but they weren't able to make them really big. So they made a lot of little ones and built the designs around that. That's why when you see deco rings, there's a lot of like mosaic stuff going on. $750. 40 square cut sapphires, 1925, almost certainly made in New York. The height of the deco design and manufacturing jewelry world. And you know what? I'm gonna wear this one. 6.5, basically stackable with anything and pretty resilient. Like, you don't have to be super careful with this ring. $750. The square cut sapphires are about 0.035 carats each. And yeah, deco vibes. Ron effing Swanson may be buying this. Okay, I'm moving on to a very excellent pair of earrings that's a really great deal. I was shocked to find these. Okay, so they're snakes. They're Ouroboros snakes. See their little abstracted heads there? They open like this. And there's like the little open mouth and little face, and it gets collected in there. These guys are $2,250, which is a screaming deal because I know the people who want these have seen them around. These are testing 15 karat gold. They're Sicilian, okay? They look super rustic, and they've been making them like this in Sicily for at least 200 years. But I do not know if these are from like 1820 or 1920. I do not know, and I'm going to be totally honest with you, so I'm dating them at like 1900. Just because that's what I do to sort of like go on the conservative side of an estimate. They do have these, what we sometimes call wig hooks, but really they go, so when you put them on, you put them from the back to the front. They go like that, and then this hoop hangs out invisibly against the back of your earlobe to keep the earring from like falling forward. They want the snake head to be front and center. You bastards.
Sold.
God damn it. Someone bought that. Anyway, whoever does buy it, get a loop and look closely at these hallmarks. It looks to me like one of the hallmarks is a unicorn, which is so awesome. Nearly impossible to show here. But these stamps, one of them looks like a unicorn. Tell me what you learn, or tell me what you guys know. I'll be sad to see those go. I actually brought in, I have a personal collection pair, nearly identical. Same face, same hoops, just a little bigger and a little different color gold, but same function, higher carat, you know. I had to have them. I paid almost twice what I'm charging you guys on these. And I think I probably paid a little too much, but the heart wants what it wants. Those are not for sale. Those are just not for sale right now. Let me see. Sapphire band. Agate hard. Anything else sell while I was yammering?
The sapphire band.
Okay, sapphire band is sold. And cool. What do you guys think so far about my lineup? It's kind of different than usual. It's like, I don't know. There's like big, sort of like bigger pieces. I was thinking big on this one. But here is a opposite of big, teeny tiny mini Georgian locket. It's $1,275. It is so hard to see. It's like fingertip sized. It's made of rock crystal, seed pearls, 14 karat gold, probably 15 actually, but my acid tester only goes to 14. $1,275. And yeah, it's not glass, it's rock crystal. There's the opening in the back. 2 rock crystal panels open. It would have had hair originally in it because 1850, 1840, when this was made, is a little early for photography. So people were still doing hair exchanges there. And it's just so mini. And it's in great shape. There are some scratches, but nothing, obviously you can't see it, right? And let me see, are any of those guys replacements? I'm looking to the best of my ability. Let me see. Nope. They look original to me. Pretty awesome. Tiniest locket ever. This one is just like a secret. Ooh, Rachel Comey. Hi. I just bought your dress, the dress that's like the knit black with the geometric shapes. And I don't know, makes me feel really awesome. It's a piece of I'm not exactly postpartum. My daughter is 3, but I'm still wearing clothes like I'm postpartum. And that dress made me feel like, oh wow, maybe I'm done. Like maybe I'm hot again. That's how good that dress is. Well done. Oh, you guys are asking about this sea bean with the S. Thank you. Did you see me in the dress? Get out of here, girl. Stop. Okay, let's talk about sea beans and what they are. This is a seed. It's a dried seed from the pea family. These are not American or European. They come from Australia, Polynesia. It's got an S on it, a gold S. 9-karat gold, oldie English letter. Anyway, these sea beans, or drift seeds as they're called, they were found washed up on beaches or rivers in the UK and France, and they'd come thousands of miles from, Tahiti or Fiji or New Zealand. And just the fact that they'd survived, some of them drift for years. And occasionally, they would still have the potential to grow. Sometimes they'd spontaneously sprout. So people found them to be sort of, I think it's at one point people called them like resurrection beans. Everything had to be like related back to Christianity, obviously. But they had that potential to hold life even when, under great duress, being in the ocean for 10 years. Survivors, little survivors, sold. This one I expect to go pretty quick. It's $895. It's a fire opal specimen. I had one about a year ago, sold instantly. It's $895. It's in, you gotta see this. It's in 18 karat gold. I think it's early 20th century or mid 20th century, but let me see if you can see. There's a lot of glitter in there, natural fire opal glitter, and that white cloudy piece over there is the host rock that it came from here in the back, or if you want to wear it, the front. That's the uncleaned rock that the opal grew inside. But yeah, it is fiery. It is quite fiery. There's some green in there. There's like Aurora Borealis up in there. And it's just set in a really simple 18 karat mount. But are you guys liking my daffodils? It's time. I'm so thrilled that things are actually growing again. That was a long winter, right? Okay, any questions? Any questions from anyone? The price on the opal is $895. Next up, I would say the thing people were looking for the most that I heard from my friends and dealers were chains, antique chains. Oh, did someone buy the heart locket?
Yeah, that invoice just went through.
Okay, little tiny heart locket, gone. Chains, this one is $1,250. It's 15 karat, possibly 18 karat. It looked to me like it was testing higher than 15, but lower than 18. I'm not sure why. It may also be continental, so not following the English Victorian rules of it must be 15 karat. Could have been like 17 karat. Yeah, the turquoise riviere is part of this live. It's $7,500. I'll just tell you right now, nobody's gonna want to buy it. It's too expensive. I'm gonna have to keep it. I feel very I feel unsure if I even want to let it go. Okay. So, okay, the chain is a really great piece of craftsmanship from earlier than it looks. This is like 1860. This is Civil War era. Could it even be American? Possibly. Is this close enough for you guys to see? I'll show you the clasp. The clasp looks to me like it might not have been original to the piece. It's a box clasp. It doesn't look like it's from the 1860s, but fine. Yeah, Claire LeBond is saying, what? Great price. That's why it's a great price. This clasp could be from the 20th century, but it's pretty appropriate. It's something like what would be there in 1860. The chain itself, a high carat, somewhat heavy, 8 grams almost, Victorian chain. That's 22.5 inches long. That's a good price. $1,250. Scrap it if you want. Scrap it and make almost that much. 22.5 inches is hard to find. And it's not like a little skinny mini chain. It's like a substantial snaky style chain. Surprised no one's taking this. At $1,250, gold and carnelian perfume locket.
There's invoices out.
Okay, I'm sure it'll be gone by the end of the hour. This necklace, 22.5 inches. Okay, next. This is a good, I get to tell a story about this, right? This is lapis lazuli or lapis lazuli, the famous blue stone that legend has it Cleopatra used this as eyeliner, crushed it up, made it into pigment, used it as eyeliner. This is $1,250, okay? And the shape of this cut, this cabochon, is called a sugar loaf cabochon. Sugar, 200, 300 years ago, was mostly palm sugar, but even cane sugar was sold and transported in this tall sort of cone shape, and people would scrape off or shave off pieces of it. It was called a sugar loaf, and it was a sort of iconic shape for stones in the Middle East. So that shape, combined with this setting, which has a lot of sort of archaeological revival-ish, Egyptian revival-ish shapes on it. See all those pyramids? Think ziggurat, think pharaohs. We've got ourselves here a real hodgepodge of archaeological revival. 1870s drama. So we've got sort of a mishmash of cultural, historic, and symbolic symbolism here. Perfect for the Victorian movement that aimed to revive and reinterpret the past for an English audience, a Victorian audience. They didn't really they didn't really care if it was authentically Middle Eastern or what part of the Middle East or what archaeological period, or it was just sort of a vibey, archaeological, exotic vibe. And sold? Someone bought it. Okay. Sugar loaf, lapis. Pretty rad. 1870. And by the way, it's a size like 6.5, 6.25, but I can resize it for you. Just let me know. I'm gonna wear it. It's pretty awesome. Oh, this is all right. Looks like someone just bought this chain as well.
The chain, the carnelian perfume pendant.
Oh, Lost Owl Jewelry is here. Monty is a really old friend, and Alice is a new friend, but soon to be old friend too. And they have a sick antique jewelry business too, and their emails and marketing have been on fire recently. Lost Owl jewelry. Oh yeah, did someone buy the fire opal? Taryn Holback wants it.
Nope, not yet.
$8.95. Early 20th century specimen fire opal. Oh, you said someone bought the carnelian perfume pendant?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! You guys are feeling spendy. Tariffs aren't freaking you out? Just life isn't freaking you out? Maybe you feel like it's all gonna be over at any minute and you gotta shop? Yeah. Next up is a piece that actually has a great price. I wrote on it, first thing I wrote is nice price. Can you see the Ouroboros, the snake eating its own tail in a ring of pearls? This piece is from around 1820. Oh, Mandy Lynn. Hi, Erica. So nice to see you in New York and was so stoked to see our naked rings in person. Oh yeah, she's talking about we make a set of rings with our own stanhopes inside, so you can like look at a little image in the light and you can commission your own image. Okay, Judy, don't freak out, guys. Let me talk to you. This piece is $850, 1820. That is a good price, to be honest. The pearls look to be original to the piece. There is you know what, I can feel that panel is not glass, but plexi, so that has been replaced. Obviously, plexiglass did not exist in 1820, but that broke, and someone kept the original hair in and put in a piece of plexi, but I didn't notice until just this minute. Okay, it's sold, but isn't it so pretty? Look at that snake face. Isn't she so cute? Look at the scales. Oh, Jeannie, you got it? That's great. One other thing to know is that there was probably some like replacing done here of this pin part, but it was not anytime recently. It was probably in the Victorian era. And yeah, someone's brown hair is in there. It's really clean. It's really pretty. Freaking awesome. Judy, let's DM about this, but it's 1820 seed pearls, plexiglass replacement of glass, which I literally did not notice until right now, and I tapping it to feel that it sounds like plastic and not glass, but it's still 9 karat gold in a steel at 820. Oh, one other thing to know, and I'm sure nobody cares and nobody can even see it. Whatever, I'm going to tell you anyway. I was looking with a magnifier and some like moron, maybe 100 years ago, carved little tiny letters and numbers into it with like a pin because they were thinking about scrapping this for the gold, and luckily they did not. But just another piece of its long history. Okay. How we all doing? It's 9 o'clock. I've only cursed twice because my child is going to watch this tomorrow, or Saturday. I told him he could watch me on Saturday, and he could also play Minecraft because we're in Minecraft world right now. I don't know if it's not what you're here for. We don't need to get into it. Okay, next up, a pair of earrings that are like so naturalistic, and I feel like these are probably American, although that's a hunch. And are they Art Nouveau? Not exactly. They're more Edwardian vibed than Art Nouveau vibed, but they're little pansies. And, oh yeah, so much Minecraft. Guys, I know more about Minecraft than I care to share with you. I've seen the Minecraft movie twice in the theater now. Probably gonna see it again this weekend. But these guys, $850. I'm dating them to 1900, but truly I've never seen anything quite like this. The sculptural cutting of the abalone and mother of pearl. It's kind of a clever use of the shell because the outside is abalone and that gives it that shading. like the darker petals are in shadow. Those are abalone. And the front ones are mother of pearl. And these are just paste stones, but pretty fantastic. They're in 9 carat. And the more you look, the more you kind of love them. They're a little bit translucent, a little bit iridescent. They've got that like mother of pearl aurora borealis. And you know what? Wasn't abalone sold? Someone,
Sold.
Oh man, I'm a little sad to see those go. I've never seen anything like that.
Those are pretty.
So unusual, so pretty. I like when people take a shell and make it a sculpture, an incredible sculpture. 594, 583. Oops, I'm dropping stuff. I think a couple people are waiting for this shell locket to show up. It is. These are hard to come by. It's a clamshell. It's double-sided, so it's wearable on either side. It's $1,325. It is, let's say, it could have been made 1870, 1880. It is 15 karat. It's about 3/4 of an inch tall. And someone in the 20th century added 2 very poignant things. This is a picture of someone's doggy, black and white photo of some kind of terrier. And there, a little bit of white doggy fur. This stuff is really easy to take out. This side never had a lens or glass because this side sort of is convex and like goes into that side. So someone just took a black and white photo and jammed it in there. You can very easily unjam it and replace this too, but someone used this as a memorial, probably in the 1930s or something, maybe 1950s, hard to know. It's got a very tight clasp, so when it closes, I'm not going to do it here because it took me like breaking a nail to open it back up. Who is saying invoice George and turquoise riviere? Oh my God, she's doing it. Yeah, anyway, this guy is a very good boy. Extremely good boy. And the locket, these shell lockets are hard to find when you find a naturalistic double-sided shell locket. 15 karat, 1870, $1,375 or $1,325. I have 7 pieces left that are unsold so far, and I mean, if I don't want to sell this, it's okay. Can you see me getting like sweaty about it? It's a beautiful piece. We're not at it yet, but can you see the rose cut diamonds? There's only like 6 or 7 of them. There are no diamonds here or here. They start like just here on the front, and they're in silver, and the turquoises are, they've got a bit of matrix on there. Yeah, I feel very mixed. Please, okay, so if you guys, it's for sale because it's for sale. Someone can buy it. That's the way that this business works. It's a for-profit enterprise, as Lindsay always says. Yeah, I know. I have a thing for turquoise because my eyes are very blue, and so are my kids. But I mean, this is old turquoise, 1810s, 1820s, and it has that, see, some of them are a little bit blue, some of them are a little bit green, some of them have matrix in it that's like those dark veins or spots. And yeah, there are those little diamonds in gold. Oh, you know what I'm just noticing? This one used to have like a little hook to hang a larger turquoise piece, maybe a locket or something. That's gone, and that's been repaired, and that's the only flaw I see on this whole piece. I don't see any replacements. The clasp is exactly as it should be in a piece of turquoise, hidden as a riviere should be. Endless, unbroken circle. Okay, I put it here. It's right there. So, where are we? Oh, cuts, 582. Okay, this one's on loan from Kitty. Did anyone get to meet Kitty in New York? Kitty Verity of the Lucy Verity clan, of the Grand Dames of Portobello dealers. Kitty is 33 years old, but she seems like she's been dealing antiques for 150 years. Is that a fair assessment, Veronica?
Yes.
She is one of the great eccentrics in my life, and she has a collection of antique jewelry that she's been taught by her mom, who's taught by her grandmother, and a bunch of the Victoria and Albert Museum collection of jewelry has come through Lucy and her mother. And Kitty is the youngest in the generation. She's got a great eye. She's a great collector. This is on loan from her. It's a piece of banded agate cut in a square cabochon with the stripe going diagonally. It's $1,850. Which is pretty much what she's asking for it. I think I added on like $150 to just make it like worth my while. But she was like, okay. Someone just bought this. Whew. Ay. Someone actually owns this now. I am so excited for you to open the box and see this. And in 5 years, if I email you out of the blue asking to buy it back, be kind, okay? Congratulations. Okay. You know, if you love it, let it go, right? Square banded agate signet style ring. This is from around 1880. There's a lot of gold. It's like 7 grams, 18 karat. It is big for me. What size is it? 9. So this could be a dude's ring. It is, 1850 is about right. If we put this on our website, it would be gone in a day or two. So maybe we will. The Riviere was $7,500, and that's the most expensive thing I've ever sold on an Instagram Live, so that's pretty cool. Kitty Verity's inimitable eye found this somewhere in London. 1880s, uncharacteristically sort of masculine and really creative, minimal, almost brutalist use of banded agate. It's freaking awesome. We can resize it a little bit, but not a ton. Size 9. It's big. It's bold. It's like very graphic. Lindsay almost bought this for herself. It's a cool thing. And the money's going straight to Miss Kitty Verity. The crescent moon did not get shown yet. Okay, agate ring is sold.
Oh, that was so good.
Gloria's saying, for me, I'm constantly freezing. Anyone having this problem? Well, Instagram's just kind of a glitchy thing I don't know. Next piece is 584. Okay. This is a great cut steel necklace, and it's under $1,000. So it's 950. Dating this one to like 1820, maybe 1830. Let me show you. It's got to be just right because it's got 2 layers of chain, and they're kind of meant to be swaggy. swaggy chain. This is 15 inches long. It's, do we all know about cut steel at this point? Cut steel is just what it sounds like. It's steel, and it's cut just like a gemstone is cut. Some of these much bigger, flat ones may have been cut by machine or molded by machine or something. I'm not totally sure. But all the little ones were hand faceted and attached to this brass hand cut base plate. So every single one of these has a base plate. They're all cut by hand, and then each little gem is riveted by hand. I don't have this clasp all the way on. Hold on. Let me make sure it's tight before I sell it to anybody. Anyway, $950 is a pretty great price for any piece of cut steel, any cut steel necklace. I occasionally get a cut steel like hair fork or some little tiny earrings that have been converted from buttons, and those go for like $900. So a full riviere is pretty great at $950. Check it out. Even the clasp is really well considered. Ignore the piece of hair that I pulled out in it. But here's the clasp. No Georgian jeweler would have made the mistake of putting on like a generic clasp to a riviere. It's got to be integrated into a piece of the decorative element. And it's all handmade. Even though it's brass and metal, not silver or gold, it was made with the same amount of care and skill that a piece of precious metal and gemstone jewelry would have been. This is cut steel's main attraction. Also that when you're in low light, it's very glittery, sort of darkly glitter. Oh yeah, speaking of, cut steel, same era. Oh man, I love this little guy. A little creep. Did someone buy it? Someone bought it.
Yeah.
Okay, cut steel necklace is sold. $585. Where are we? $585. This guy is a little bit of a wild card that I found, because at the end of the show I started just buying charms like a drunken sailor. I was like, charms. I need charms for the Instagram live. This one's just an initial. So anyone out there who's an L or possibly an I think it's an L, in Old English sort of Gothic enamel. It's $425. It's not a J, it's an L, I think. Black enamel, 14 karat gold. It's like 5/8 of an inch, all hand engraved. And it's so shiny. This was testing, I used my acid tester and it was testing 14 karat and I went pretty deep. So it's hollow, and although it's testing 14 karat, it might be really high quality vermeil. Just the shininess of the back is giving me some vermeil vibes, but for $425, who cares?
Sold.
Charms. Crazy for charms, crazy for chain. Is that fire opal still available?
Still available.
Ooh. Okay. Speaking of cut steel, here's a piece of cut steel jewelry that I have never seen the likes of before. Oh, Elisa is asking, how do you claim? Okay, well, I'll give you an example. I've got this cut steel and coral 1820s, 1830s, 1840s necklace. It's $900. So it's about the same as that other cut steel was, but this is giving like seance, sort of like spiritualist vibes. There's no clasp, it just goes and goes. It is 45 inches long. I guess it could read as even like flapperish, but it's not. It's Georgian. And we know what coral was all about in the Georgian period. It's wildly like contemporary in some ways, but I'll show you how these, amazing. This is like kooky Montessori 1980s kindergarten teacher in a way. Are you seeing? So each one of these beads was faceted by hand. It looks like this was probably restrung. Let me see. I don't know. It's on steel cord. I'm really not sure if it was restrung or not. That is not my specialty, but we got like 10 invoices out on that one. So I'm just gonna go with the spiritualist. I mean, spiritualism wasn't really a thing in the 1820s, but that is the vibe I am getting here. Really, it was for like evening, fancy dinners, parties, late night parties, candlelight. Like they always say, cut steel was made to glitter in candlelight. Would I wear it flapper style like that? I don't know. It's $900. 1830 cut steel and coral. 56. Let me see. Oh, this is a cool one. I like to always have a couple pieces of hair, like straight up high Victorian hair morning jewelry in the mix. This piece is $825. It's 14 karat, 1870s, very classic book locket with braided hair. The hair is really secure. There's no like weird fuzzy or like water damage or anything. And it opens with a clasp, just like a real book. And there's 2 more hair panels inside showing you the underside of the hair, which was a whole enterprise throughout the mid and late 19th century. There were whole towns set up mostly with women laborers who you would mail them the hair from your loved one, not necessarily a dead person, but sometimes. And it was their job to braid the hair and return it to you to get put into your local jeweler's stock jewels. Or there were catalogs you could order pieces from and send your hair away to get braided directly in. This also has a great old split ring on top. Can you see? It's like very fine, but it is in fact a split ring, not just a jump ring. And we are, $825, 14 karat book locket hair piece.
You are frozen, Amaya, so I'm just going to leave and re-enter.
Okay. Are you guys seeing me frozen? Can anyone hear me? Wild carrot hair work. Hey, can you guys hear me? Veronica just had to exit and come back. So I know it was a full moon. We got some glitching going on, but it looks like, I don't know. Someone comment, yes, I am frozen, or yes, I'm all good. Okay, I'm all good. Okay, $845. That guy sold maybe to Lisa, who has freaking excellent taste. I'll put it aside. What's next? Oh my God. Can't believe the Diamond Riviere sold. That's crazy. Okay, I've got 2. I keep talking about these split rings. I have 2 for sale. Okay, they're both $550. They're both 9 karat. This one, the little one has facets. The big one has no facets. It's totally smooth. Oh, good, Lisa. Nice. Freaky deaky hair pieces. So these would have been used to attach some kind of to work on your watch chain, watch fob setup. So now they're sort of sought after to be part of your charm necklace setup, because when you have a lot of antique charms and you got to attach them to your chains, you'll find there aren't many options out there. This is sort of the best option that I found. Lindsay and I and Veronica and everyone who's ever worked with us, anyone who ever has gotten serious about collecting Victorian jewelry has one of these, at least one, if not multiple, and they're super useful. Think about the hardware store key when you get keys copied and they give them to you on one of these like little chains. Turquoise necklace, my darling, is sold. But these guys at $550 each are going to be like doing your charm setup. I'll show you an example. So I'm going to open it. Yeah, you really just need a fingernail. Open it like this. Can you see? It's pretty tight, so you try not to bend it too much, but bend it enough so you can put your little charm on and hang it from whatever you like. It's really not hard to open. You can use a fingernail, you can use a pair of pliers. You don't want to bend too much, but that's the idea, just like a set of keys, see? And then you keep going, and that kind of snaps back closed. And we're closed, and it's pretty tight again. And you put it on your chain. Oh, well, let's see. Someone bought this chain, but I will show you what it looks like. Here's how I would use this. We got a small faceted one and a larger unfaceted plain one, both 9 carat. So once you have your split ring and your chain, then you are gonna add your charms. And you can really add a whole bunch of them. Oh, let me see, is this? Can you hear me now? Why? So what do? Let's see. Can you hear me, Veronica? Can you see me?
I can hear you, but I'm on a different.
Yeah. Exit and re-enter for sound. So if you guys, okay, sound is back on. Can you guys exit and re-enter? This sucks. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just gonna keep going, I guess. Blame Mark Zuckerberg, I guess. Anyway, I have a small and a large split ring for sale. They're both $550. They're both great. It depends on how many charms you want to add to your necklace. Okay, so, woo, Instagram is stressing me out. So one of them is sold, one of them is still available. But let's get into some very fine detail here, okay? This is also a Kitty Verity piece. It's on loan from Miss Kitty, so I'm not making really any money on this piece. It's all hers. She has sort of a price structure where she used to just sell to dealers, but then her stuff is just so incredible that she prices things like she's selling to the public and not to dealers. So it's kind of hard to buy from her if you're a dealer, yet we still do because it's so good. This piece is $950. It's a painting. It's a miniature painting done in sepia ink or just some normal, no, I think that's mostly what people were using for ink back then. Sepia has that slightly brownish tone. It's from the cuttlefish. It's from a sea creature. And the tiny painting says, "Not lost but gone before." We all know an urn is the symbol of grief and mourning. Yeah, sepia, right? The back is, let's see, we were looking at a 15 karat gold frame. And, I would have put this at like 1850 or so, but the engraving has dates on it. It says ES 80, HS 81. So here we go. 1880 and 1881 is when this piece was engraved, and probably was made shortly before that. Not lost but gone before. What does that phrase mean? It means somebody died. The urn is a symbol of death and grief and and there are a lot of phrases that were sort of euphemistic for I miss you, you're dead, but it was meant to make people feel better. So they would be like, you're not lost. I feel lost. I feel grief, but really I'm right behind you. I'm going to die too. So you've gone before me. Could you redo the engraving on the back? I could not, but you could bring it to a jeweler and try, I suppose. Yeah. So if you want to use this as a memorial piece for yourself, you could probably have that. It's a pretty shallow engraved. The engraving is pretty shallow, so I would say yes. And I think it's really awesome that people are using mourning jewelry for its intended purpose, because we're all still losing people. We just don't have the commemorative jewelry to be close to it, to grieve with jewelry. So please, yes, re-engrave it, because this sentiment is totally universal. You're still going to see your loved one. They've gone before you into the great beyond, but you're going to be there too before long. Not lost, but gone before. That one's sold. So let's move to, I know, I'm sorry, just missed it. Should I get more mourning jewelry? More like repurposable mourning jewelry? It's really poignant, and I think it's really helpful for people. Veronica, how are you doing? Do you have sound?
I do have sound. It looks like maybe some of my DMs are not going through to people, though.
Yeah, it looks like some DMs are not going through. You want to do some tests? No, I don't think anyone's going to be haunted if you remove engraving or hair or anything. Just say a little thank you, say a little like respectful something or other, either in your head, or say it by putting that hair somewhere that's not like, don't throw it in the garbage, maybe bury it or put it in a body of clean water or something nice. And then no one's gonna haunt you, I don't think, but let me know if they do. Yeah, you could burn the hair with respect. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the next piece, which is absolutely delightful. It is $1,750. Anyone who knows their Georgian jewelry is going to recognize this kind of pattern and shape. But this is not from the 1820s. It's actually hallmarked inside 1959. There's actually a ton of hallmarks. They're super crispy and new. This ring has never been really worn, or hasn't been worn much. The hallmarks tell us that several things. Oh man, I wish you guys could see better, but there's a 22, meaning 22 karat. There's the maker's mark is C, G, and S. And there's a little anchor, which means the ring was made in Birmingham, England, which is was one of the great Industrial Revolution English jewelry making towns. Great goldsmiths lived there. And let me see, the year is 1959. So it's a size 6 1/4. $1,750. So what we're seeing is it's a Georgian style ring. These swirls were, oh man, I don't have anything to compare it to, but there's some similarities to like my flat morning band. And well, Regina, I'm seeing Regina is getting no invoices, but you can just comment, Regina, and we will, let's see, what can we do?
I'm in contact with our other account.
Oh, good. We can also email you. If anyone's having like DM issues, we can email you an invoice. Anyway, the big idea here is that some Birmingham jeweler, whoever CG and S was, probably had been making jewelry for 200 years. And by the time it was 1959, they wanted to show off their chops, their goldsmithing chops and their history, but they used modern materials, platinum and 22 karat, and sort of showing us what they have. Show us what you got. Does it make sense? It's Georgian retro, I would say, made by some venerable Birmingham goldsmith. Really nice quality, high carat gold and platinum, would be an excellent wedding ring. There's a lot of history packed into this little guy. Veronica, do you need a break?
No.
You're multitasking. Okay, what's sold? Split rings?
The split rings have sold.
Mm-hmm. Okay, split rings are sold. And split rings, I have a bunch of them. I'm gonna put some in every upcoming Instagram live. And how about this guy? Woof. 15 karat shell locket, double sided.
Shell is sold.
Oh, okay. Shell is sold.
Pretty much the only unsold things are the bands that you just showed.
Mm-hmm.
The fire opal pendant.
Fire opal, $8.95. Host rock, 18 karat setting. Dank.
The Blue John Lucky Bean.
Blue John Lucky Bean is unsold?
Yeah.
Okay. Parma Gray is asking size and price of the 1959 ring. The size is 6 1/4, cannot be resized. It is 22 karat in platinum, Georgian retro, made in Birmingham. And 19th century craftsmanship, 20th century materials. Very, very English, through and through. Okay, so what's left? We have a fire opal pendant, Blue John Lucky Bean, and that's it?
The AEI locket.
Okay. AEI locket does not mean amity or eternity, infinity. That is something that a late Victorian or probably more 20th century antique dealer cooked up. It is very romantic, that idea, but it's actually a Greek word, possibly even a more romantic story. It's a ancient Greek word that means forever, or always. And for Victorians, when this was made 1880 or so, that would have been both romantic and sort of very sophisticated to have anything ancient Greek in your life. $5.75, metal, not silver, not gold, just metal, but great 1870s, 1880s craftsmanship. And a great size. Here, I'm gonna put this on my charm setup.
The agate heart.
Interesting. Okay, I'll show you that next. What about this cut steel chain that I'm wearing? The long string.
Sold.
Bummer. I mean, good for that person, but tiger claw sold.
And the only other two ones that haven't sold are the acorn earrings and the dormeuse earrings.
Okay, cool. I'm going to show you guys how you build a good charm necklace here. I got a couple easily breakable rules. So I'll give you some of my personal rules, which I almost always break, and then you can break them in your own way. Oh yeah, sorry, the 1959 band is, the price is $1,750. So you want to always use an odd number of pieces. 3 or 5 is a good one. You kind of don't want to do small, big, small. I like to put 2 small and 1 big if it must be. You also, this is a very bad kind of, they shouldn't be all round. That is like a instantly asking me to put on something that's either very long or something that's organic looking or just no more roundness. I might even take one of these off and put on something that's like, I mean, this is sold, but replace it with something that's a hook shaped or that's, I don't know, we got a dozen more charms coming up. But I'll show you Supriya, which earrings are available. Just 1 pair. These continental ruby and diamond sleeper earrings. They lock on. They're circa 1900, I'd say. Testing 14 karat gold. And they're just little. I say, like, if you have an upper hoop or something, put them in and never let them go. Just keep them in there. 1,450, 1450. Edwardian, late Victorian. Oh wait, acorns. This is the second pair of earrings we also have. They're metal. They're high Victorian. And yeah, Supriya, $1,450. And these guys are $690. Metal acorns, hollow. No diamond dog this time. Sapphire bug charm, pendant. Doesn't ring a bell. No? Let me just get organized here a tiny bit. Okay. Ooh. Yes, on my deco journey through deco nostalgia, I got this very simple, straightforward diamond baguette band. Is this deco? I think it's more maybe 1940s, sort of World War II war bride vibes here. We've got 2 diamond baguettes in, oh, you know what? I forgot to test if this was platinum or 14 karat. Yee. It's $600, 2 baguettes. It was meant to go around a engagement ring, diamond engagement ring. So you see there's this little, okay, there's the high setting. And everyone knows if you have a grandma who got married in the 1940s or a great grandma, there would be like a small diamond 2-tone gold ring. Okay. So $600, size 6, just post-war 1950, I'd say. Let me see. Oh my God, I had this in such a rush. I didn't see what metal it was. Looks like platinum to me, so $600 is a deal. Nope, it's marked 14K. $600 is still kind of a deal. You've got 2 small but mighty baguettes. It can just like sidle right up next to your single stone band. Let me see, I'm not selling any rings like that, so let me see if I even own a ring like that. Here's what I would do. So I've got my middle finger snake that I always wear. I would put this ring on, something like that, and then it would kind of just like hug him so the snake's eye isn't like rubbing against anything. It's sort of straddled the snake, but really it's supposed to straddle a diamond solitaire or some stone solitaire. But you know what? Stack it. I don't mind. Stack it. $600, size 6. And I just noticed there's an engraving inside, and I'm going to read it to you. The engraving says JCS and SON 8/17/57. So this was actually used for someone to get married in 1957. I think it was made before that though. Size 6, $600. And now we're on to the last dozen pieces. All right, here's the first thing. This is from the Kitty Verity Special, okay? Belongs to Kitty until it belongs to you, okay? Yeah, the tiny heart locket is gone, I'm sorry. What brand and magnification is my loop? Bought it like somewhere in the Diamond District for like $3. It sucks. It had a little light that lit up, but the battery died in 2 seconds. Some like garbage. And I don't know what magnification it is. I feel like I'm not a real jeweler. When someone asks me that question, I'm like, I don't know. No idea. It's sort of like buying like sunglasses on Canal Street or something. Like whatever's cheap and not lost. I don't think I even bought this. I think I found it at the jewelry show, or maybe stole it from Lindsay or something. I don't know. It's the kind of thing you don't buy, you just acquire. Invoice, mirror. Oh, Lisa wants the mirror. $1,200 via Kitty Verity. Cool thing is, weirdly, this one is also from Birmingham, 1959. It's got all of its hallmarks. I'll show you. You know I'm like I love a hallmark. I will get excited about a hallmark. Maybe since my camera is so like fussy, maybe I'll show you through here. Wow, would that even work? Damn. Really confusing my phone, but here, check that out. You see all those hallmarks? Let me see if I can. So CNN is the maker. $575. There's a 9 before the 5s. Oh, $375. Sorry, I'm having trouble thinking and looking and doing this at the same time. It means 9 carat. Okay, then the second one from the right is an anchor on its side. That means Birmingham. And the lowercase f, it's like a serif F. That's a date mark. That date mark is 1959. I have to look it up every time. I will never remember that. You want the loop too? I'll send you a loop, Lisa. Anyway, $1,200, solid gold, infinity mirror. Oh yeah, by the way, the mirror is slightly convex, right? Concave or convex. So it has a miniaturizing effect. So speaking of infinity mirror, so when I look in this mirror, can you see? You can't see that. But if I look at it like this, I can see my whole face. So if I'm doing my lipstick, I'm doing my lipstick on like a miniaturized pair of lips. Yeah, it is meta. But I can see my whole face. It's actually like a very good tool, and it's on a 9 carat. Basically, it's awesome. Sold. Oh yeah, this guy, $525.
Now I can't hear you here.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh, now I can hear you. Okay.
You can hear me?
For like a second, yeah.
Man, tech is it's scary. The first time I did this, actually still, every time I do this, it's a little scary in its own way. Tiny horseshoe, Edwardian, rubies and pearls. You know, lucky number 7 with the gemstones, which are meant to be, horseshoe nails. And it is $525, 9 karat gold, the year 1900, rubies, Just a little tiny slip of a thing for good luck. I do like that the settings are kind of keystone shaped. They're not perfectly square. They were just a little more considered than that. So they have that wider side of a square in the setting. It's just a little thing, little tiny fingertip shaped guy, but lucky. $525. Let's see. My favorite good luck motif. I honestly really like the bean. And I'll show you, now that you ask. Here, let me show you something I just bought at the show for myself. It's a lucky bean. Hold on 1 second. This one's not for sale. I'm actually gonna put my daughter's hair in it because we call her the bean. We've been calling her that since she was unborn, but it's a little rose gold bean with a turquoise. And it's a locket that opens and has 2 bean-shaped lenses and frames. What? I also got this for I think $200 or some crazy shit. It's pretty dented up on the outside, but it's for my daughter's, the bean, her hair. It's a good luck symbol. It doesn't close. It's broken, of course. I like the broken stuff, the cheap stuff, and the always broken, but look how good that's gonna look with the hair on it. That and this are the things I found and kept from the show. Oops. Let's not vacuum that up. Okay. Let's get on track, baby. Platinum band there. This ring is pretty much, this used to be kind of like Lindsay's and my bread and butter when we first started in the antiques business. Little opal 1890s rings with a couple little diamonds. This one's $1,050. Sorry about the focusing, but can you see? We've got 7, 8 opals surrounded by how many diamonds? You know, my ADHD brain gets really tired when I try to count these diamonds. 14 rose cuts. This is sort of a typical 1890s, 1900s setting with that sort of froofy crown. It's size 5.5, but it's totally resizable. And I gave it a good scrub. So just make sure to not to get soap caught behind there when you're washing your hands. Because it I don't know, make the diamonds less sparkly. Gets kind of cruddy with soap. I had to clean out a lot of soap. That's what I'm saying to you. Anyway, now the diamonds are nice and sparkly. It looks like maybe that third opal, 1, 2, 3, that one looks a little smaller than the rest. That's probably a replacement. But I don't know. It's a solid little cute and well-designed. Looks like lace to me. Size is 5.5. It's $1,050. Resizable. Just let me know. And I do it for you. Oh, here's a cutie pie. And we got some cheap and cheerfuls left. This one's $425. It's a shell. It's Edwardian. 1900. Was a watch fob. So would have been on a watch chain. But it's not just a shell. It's also a pencil. See in there? You pull this. Oh, no. You twist this. And out comes the little pencil. And it still writes. Pretty cute. $425, Edwardian. It's just metal. It would have been like a novelty item. Yeah, still got enough lead to write, and it telescopes in, telescopes out. Very cute. Would look great. Yeah, that's what I would do with that. $445. That one sold instantly. someone asked me, what soap or cleaner do I use to clean my jewelry? Well, I'll tell you. I've got 7th generation. It's over here. I use warm water and dish soap. People like Dawn, but I use this because I don't like the way Dawn smells. So dish soap, because there's a lot of like oil involved in dirty jewelry. It's a lot of like, yeah, things like hand cream and makeup and, you know, these like old ladies have been wearing these rings for a long time. You got to clean out the like gunk. So something that cuts the grease. I would never, ever, ever use something like a sonic cleaner on this because you're going to vibrate those stones right out of their little settings. Do not use an ultrasonic cleaner. Another thing you can use is Windex. That is a famous, well-known diamond dealer's trick. Windex makes diamonds look amazing. I usually, when I go to clean my jewelry, when I get it, you know, most of these things were cleaned by me. I got a little Tupperware bowl full of warm water, dish soap, a couple squirts of Windex, and I usually use some like essential or flower essences for the vibes. And then clear water. Yeah, for something like this, ultrasonic cleaner would be fine. Something like with tiny gem settings, no ultrasonic cleaner, please. Yeah, Windex is pretty good. We got 8 pieces left, okay? One of them is, at least one person's waiting for it. It's a crescent moon, 15 karat gold. The price is $1,050. And it's got 3 stars, also set with pearls. All in all, we got 26 seed pearls. Only 1 is a replacement, if anyone wants to see it. Let's see if we can find it. Find the replacement opal. Oh yeah, Wild Carrot Hairwork is saying do not put opal in the ultrasonic. Also pearls. Just treat them gently. The crescent is $1,050. I'm dating it to oh my God. You guys love a moon. Is it because like we're all witches? We're all like out of the closet with our witchcraft now? Oh, this one's also a special piece. Unusual. This looks like a locket. It's not. It's just a pendant. It does not open. It's molded gutta percha. Gutta percha is a sap, right, from a tree. It's a cousin to rubber. It's a little harder, but this obviously was pressed into a mold of some sort while it was hot, and then it was like an early thermoplastic. But bizarrely, never seen this before, it's totally inlaid with little cut pieces of abalone. Kind of amazing. It's $900. So, oh, and I just noticed a very cute little split ring. Again, is it a jump ring or a split ring? It's a faceted jump ring, right? Anyway, I was immediately drawn. I think this was the first thing I saw at the New York show, and I was like, give me that rainbow abalone. I just love it. Yeah, gutta percha was used in root canals and sometimes still is, apparently. It says regard. Regard now is a very impassive, kind regards is like about the most unemotional thing you might say to someone. But in the 19th century, regard was a very affectionate thing to say. So, regard. Do I wish it was a locket? Maybe. But you know what? Not really. Yeah, here is how to make this charm necklace better. I would do regard, because I think that a piece of black jewelry or dark colored jewelry or something with no metal at all, I would say like gutta percha and abalone, or all blue john, or all sea bean. You need a piece of something that's not metal, in my opinion. Oh, this one is a great price. Let me show you. This is $695. We found it so cheap. It's topaz. It's Georgian foiled topaz in a dished silver setting. I found it as a stick pin, and I was like, my dudes, this needs to be a ring or a pendant. Absolutely perfect 1830s, 1820s Georgian topaz. It's hard to measure stones in this collet setting without taking them out, but it's almost a 3-carat stone. I don't know if anyone cares about the carat weight of a topaz, but please don't get this wet, anyone who buys it, because there's silver foil set between, sort of sandwiched between the stone and the setting. And if you get it wet, the foil is going to get sort of murky and dark and green and black, and you won't be able to see that like chartreuse topaz color. Oh yeah, this is what should also be on here. A little, very sparkly, like understated, but like powerful gemstone. This does the same job as, in my mind, the organic material, because there's no like mechanisms. There's nothing but color and like natural. I don't even know the word. It's just vibes. We're beyond words now. Okay, so Georgian foil topaz, $695. It's a cushion cut, 1830s, 15-karat gold frame. So like there's a little thin frame of gold, and then the back is silver. It does have organic vibes. I don't know how else to say it. It looks like corn silk colored. It's fabulous. Next up, $450. We got a moonstone raptor claw. I don't know if anyone lives in the country like me. We've got like turkeys running the place at this point. We got turkeys. We got vultures. This would have been some sort of reference to an eagle. We got those seance mysticism vibes. It is $450. Raptor claw, Edwardian, 9-carat, moonstone orb.
Sold.
Oh, yeah. I thought that one would go fast. Pretty witchy. Oh, this is an interesting thing. I got a bunch of pieces at auction that I did not expect to win, yet I won them. So keep an eye out the next few months. We're rolling out a bunch of ancient Roman stuff. This is the sole Egyptian piece that was in there. It's a fly. It's an amulet. It is $900 because I got a sick deal. I almost never buy stuff at auction, okay? But this is let's see, the late all right, someone bought it already, but let me at least tell you about it, okay? It's silver. It's uncleaned. So this is from the late Ptolemaic period, from 664 to 30 BC. BC, okay? 2 grams of silver, and flies in ancient Egypt were symbolic of persistence, okay? How persistent is a fly? They were given to soldiers or people in the royal court to award them for... There was something called the Order of the Golden Fly, apparently. It was the most famous, important military decoration granted to distinguished warriors. So, yeah, it was about how annoyingly persistent are you going to be in battle or in life. Let this be your amulet, your reward, okay? So, Queen Ahotep I, a powerful royal woman and military leader, nice, was buried with 3 big golden fly pendants, recognizing her service and courage and her persistence in pursuit of, victory. Sold. Let me see, $900. I also have a book that basically is where I'm getting this information from. I'm going to show you page 62 of this book, okay? It talks about the animal symbolism, which I love. Here we are, fly. Yeah. Egyptian flies have a typical behavior. Persistence in attacking the enemy. Okay, anyway. You got it. It's gone. I have 3 pieces left. One is another auction find. I felt really good about what I won in this auction. Some things I paid too much for. Some things I got like a screaming deal on. Say the name of the book. It comes. Oh, the book is called Amulets of Ancient Egypt by Carol Andrews. This looks like a 1970s university press kind of situation, but it actually is full of like the symbolism of ancient Egyptian objects. Okay, so medieval ring is next. $950. We've got a sapphire stirrup ring in bronze, size 5.5, okay? So here, I wore this for a month or so. It's bronze, it's super corroded. It is some sort of alloy that God knows what the bronze is exactly, but it's darkened, it's been underground for a long time, and that blue sapphire cabochon, I haven't tested it actually. You know what? I bought it as a cabochon, as a sapphire cabochon from the auction house, but I don't have a gem tester with me. So I'm just going to go with it. The person who buys it, if you get it tested and it's not a sapphire, let me know and we'll take it on back to the source. But there's no reason to believe it's not a sapphire. That's what these rings were set with in the 13th and 14th century. They were often called bishop's rings because they were kind of associated with high-ranking clergy in the Middle Ages. And let's see, hundreds of years later, mostly in like academic antiquarian circles, people started calling them stirrup rings and bishop's rings. In the medieval Christian worldview, the sapphire was a symbol of heaven, purity, and wisdom. Yeah, these rings were often cast in place with the stone at the bottom. So the molten metal was poured in with the stone at the bottom. So they were cast in place. It's sold, right? Am I right, Veronica?
Yes.
Medieval ring? It's cool. And it's actually very wearable. You don't have to take it off.
Really cool.
Yeah, you don't have to take it off when you're washing your hands. It's good. And bronze is built to last, baby. This isn't going to bend or anything. Yeah. The teeny rock crystal locket is sold, yes, and the turquoise ring is sold. Sorry. But I've got a great neoclassical goddess for you. A pendant that I made out of a brooch, because brooches are just, I'm still not down with it. But it's made of shell. So I've been talking a little bit about how shell has been getting me going recently. Abalone, mother of pearl. This is just some straight up two-toned shell that people have been carving cameos out of forever. It's $900. The frame is gold, 9-karat gold. I would say this is around 1900, and it's a depiction of the goddess Artemis or Diana. And we know this because of that crescent on her head, the lunar crescent, which she was a moon goddess, right? Among other things. And I recently, I'll show you, I've been buying up any kind of hair ornament that has a similar thing. Like this one is a crescent moon hairpiece that goes kind of like that. I'll show you. This one's mine. I'm not selling it at the moment, but it's about this point in the Instagram live where I can't stand my hair anymore, so I'm gonna put it up like this. Diana-like. Lunar goddess. This one's made of tortoiseshell, but the one I'm selling is shell, 1880s neoclassical, really nice Diana or Artemis cameo. She's got good hair detail, good clothes detail. You know, in the 19th century, people were obsessed with the classical world and the mythology of the classical world. You guys may have seen I've been selling a lot of like ancient Roman silver denarii, the common coin of the Roman Empire and the Republic. A lot of them depict Diana, Artemis, or Minerva, or Venus, or these goddesses were more than a sort of like a sex symbol or something. They were really important qualities for the ancient Romans, and then again for the Victorians. Okay, yeah, so $900, Diana, pretty great. And a nice amount of gold on it too, like substantial. It's not like a little floaty little thing. We got kind of a big Diana there. And the last piece is, I got a great deal on a box. You know, dealers never sell their antique ring boxes, ever, ever, ever. We hoard them. We pay too much for them, hoard them, and then talk about them like they're I don't know, we're weird. But this one was cheap. I bought a lot of them. And this one I'm selling on for $325. So they're leather. This one's leather. It's sort of like a burgundy-ish, purplish. It's got that good Georgian hidden clasp. It's sort of covered with leather, but it's metal. Still pretty tight. If you need to propose, if you need storage for a very special ring, $325. Has all the original, totally intact silk velvet, very, very light blue. And then the original printed silk maker of the person who sold whatever ring was originally in here. It says, 179 4th Street, Goldsmith, Exeter. It's English. We got a couple little scratches down here, but nothing big. It's going to make any ring look like a lot more impressive than it already looks, you know, because we take photos of all of our rings in these ring boxes. Just makes, especially if you're proposing with a ring, it's going to look real good. $325. The chicest ring storage there is. Yeah, it's a fancy box. And $325 is like what I paid for most of the other ones. So that's not an abnormal price for a Georgian, early Victorian ring box. So shall we review what's available? Veronica, what has sold since I've been yammering?
Diana, the stirrup ring.
Okay, Diana.
The fly.
Oh, yeah. The little horseshoe.
The horseshoe. The topaz.
Opal and diamond ring.
Yeah, sold.
Okay, hold on. Let me organize my... This is wild. Every time I do this, I'm like, truly this time no one will come. This time no one will buy anything. Like, but yet you guys do. How about that little diamond baguette band?
That is still available.
Okay, so leather ring box, regard pendant.
Yeah. I'm still working my way down.
Okay,
the
we're
box
still
invoices.
sending out invoices. Blue John Bean, AEI, Not Lost But Gone Before. Hold on.
Not Lost But Gone Before is sold.
Okay,
Blue John Bean and AEI are available.
got it.
Fire Opal has sold.
Fire Opal is sold. The Platinum English and 22 karat band.
That is still available.
Yeah, that's like an interesting... Someone's really got to feel like strongly about some of these things. Blue John Bean is available. Regard pendant is available. Okay, so let me just... Regina, you left therapy early for this? That's my girl. How about the shell locket?
That sold long ago.
With the doggy in it?
Yeah.
Okay, and this... Damn, you guys are crazy. In a good way. It's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Taking apart this thing. You were with me, but for a moment. Okay, so I do have some pieces left. I'm going to show you, instead of telling you. Diamond baguette band. 1950s wedding ring. It's just really cute. These are small diamond baguettes on the squatter side of rectangle. Oh, Pame, hi. Let's see. AEI metal locket. Feel free, if you guys are feeling strongly about any of this or not strongly enough to pull the trigger, take a screenshot, okay? Screenshot. Here's my lucky bean, $600. Derbyshire. Could be anywhere from 1830 to 1860, but not much newer than that.
The box just sold.
Yeah, that's to be expected. These things they never come up for sale. So, gold and platinum band. These are all the dates. Size 6 1/4. I'm kind of in love with this one. And this tiny agate heart. I'm kind of surprised.
And the acorn earrings.
I think it's because they're not gold. And you know what? I was going to change out the gold wires for gold ones, but I thought I had those and I do not. So that's what I'm going to do before these hit the website. Okay? And if anyone wants to buy them and is thinking about them, DM us. I'll change out the wires and make these gold for you. DM me and we'll see what we can do, okay? And last available piece are these earrings that are actually totally worth every penny. They're small, but these are a lot of old stones.
Oh, the dormouse?
Yeah.
Those sold
Oh.
in like the middle of the show. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Well, that's it. It's 10:15. I have a lot of organizing to do. I'm going to show you one last shot of the pieces that are finding new homes. It's so exciting to do this. It's like thrilling to do this. And we're doing a kind of like brisk, kind of tight lineup the next 2 months. We've got Instagram lives every 2 weeks for the next 2 months. I am giving myself that challenge, that assignment, and I don't know. It's getting done, and it's freaking awesome. I love doing it. I know. Forever sad about missing the elephant bracelet. I know. It's going to a good home, a great collector, a good person, but I feel like my son might have also appreciated that. Anyway, guys, thank you for your enthusiasm and your nerdery. I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay? Bye.